Hey, Rasquatch here. Just doing a quick breakdown of the first of these 12 teams we're going to be taking a look at that we're going to be using for this upcoming NCAA Dynasty. We're going to start out with Arkansas State, which also at this time were known as the Indians. They eventually go on to become the Red Wolves. So at this time, they were only 2 years into their first stint as an actual FBS football team. They had came up from the FCS division, and really, considering they were a newer team, hadn't done too poorly in the Sun Belt. They went, Steve Roberts, their head coach, went 6-7, and then went 5-7 the following season. That's one thing of note. They kind of ran a run-heavy spread type of offense at this time. But what we're doing is we're bringing in an offensive coordinator. Richie Hettwer's taking over this team. So before we look at the offense, there is a pretty distinctive difference between his style and kind of what they're running for. He's more of a pass-first, air raid type of offense. But looking at this, one thing that stood out to me was that Elliot Jacobs, their quarterback, you can see he has a good, average pro-style type of arm. Need to work some on his accuracy, but overall, just kind of average. One thing you'll see as we look at this team is it's an older team. A lot of juniors and seniors on this roster. Halfbacks, again, are pretty average to below average. Won't be using the fullback much in either system, but as you can see, they're more of a block first. Then at wide receiver, they got Chuck Walker coming in. He'll be probably their main playmaker, but with 3 wide receiver sets being fairly common, see that the future, though, at that position, they're going to need to recruit really well because the younger players either aren't all that great or really aren't that young. So tight ends, again, we're looking at an older set. And then on the offensive line, your left tackle is your best player on the offensive line, and this is below average. Even for the Sun Belt, you want to see about a 70-80 position. So just looking at a quick breakdown of the roster, I'd say that they're going to struggle quite a bit. I think the goal, realistically, is based off how they did in real life. They went 3-8 that season, 3-4 in this particular conference. So they'll actually be playing 12 games. We'll see how they go. But I'd suspect, just based on this first-year roster, they may not do as well as they want to. But, hopefully his style of offense could potentially turn them around. Now, I do want to look real quick. So this is the expectations that he has as a coach. They want him to get at least 500 yards rushing each season, 7+ passing touchdowns in one season, but realistically 10+ passing touchdowns each season. So the huge impacts are just going to be, 2,000+ total yards. There's the 10+ passing, just some bonus stuff here. But realistically, what's going to get him fired is if he can't get 500 yards rushing the whole season. If he can't get at least 7 touchdown passes, and if he can't win at least 4 games, he might be on the hot seat. So something to keep an eye on as we go through. And then so taking a look at his recruiting board, just looking at the school in general, they're pretty average across the board. But with the new coach, the new program, you can see that they're not really looking to be a championship contender. The prestige is the Sun Belt's the worst conference that there is. His coach prestige obviously isn't very good either for the head coach. The tradition and television exposure are both going to be low here to start out because they're very new to the FBS. And then finally, if we look at the team overview on offense, 9 of their 15 needs are going to be on offense. They need quarterbacks and wide receivers in particular, but let's be honest, they could really use an upgrade at every position. So it's going to be interesting to see, how they do overall. Looking forward to it. But what do you guys think? Let us know how you think it'll go. Maybe if you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Thanks.